about what's going over here with Mr. Beast. So we know Dr. Umar is allegedly opening a school next year, 2024, according to what he said. It's been about 10, 11 years that he's been trying to put it together. Don't forget, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. My chocolate melanin skin is looking good. I'm looking good. My queens, my princesses, my Nubian goddesses, my chocolate butter, biscuit, butterscotch, butter. Okay? You the best. You the bomb. I love you. I love you. I love you. You ninjas, you crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy bums. You ninjas ain't ish. You don't do nothing. Don't be messing with the snow bunnies. Forget about what Frederick Douglass does. Don't you be messing with them snow bunnies, okay? Mr. Beast over here builds 100 water wells in Africa, giving 500,000 people access to fresh water. And Dr. Umar still trying to build a school. Now, of course, I know the Umar people will come through. Why don't you just go to him? Fuck, I gotta go to him for? Why I gotta go to him for? I don't need to go to him. He gonna do what he gonna do, and we gonna talk about it. Because you looking half damn crazy out here in these streets, as far as I'm concerned. All this smoke you got from black men who date white women when you're naming the school after a man who married a white woman? Help me understand. All that mess yesterday about Brendan Deppa and all the perceived racism against his foster parents, racism against the school, racism against the teacher that almost died at his hands, ignoring the fact that he was charged with a couple of other incidences similar to. He said that he wanted to delete that woman. And now all of a sudden it's all racism, because everything is racist. Everything is equal, even though it's not. But, you know, that's how some people do. Fine. But Mr. Beast, who a lot of people don't like for whatever reason, he's got 10 million people. I don't know how many, millions of people following him on YouTube. Very popular YouTuber. He does a lot of good in the world. Okay. So last time he tried to help the Negroes were not happy. So I said, oh, no. Lies, not the Negroes. He was helping someone with glasses. The last thing I saw, he was giving kids glasses or people glasses that needed glasses. They couldn't afford it. So he helps the downtrodden and the poorer persons and stuff like that. So shout out to him for his good work that he doesn't have to do, but he chooses to do. He's not out here talking about it. He's out here being about it. Okay. Shout out to Luke Hazley in the building. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here as always. Shout out to your excellent sir in the building. Thank you so much, hon. Appreciate your support. He says, come on, auntie. I'm trying to do my thing as a citizen, work and pay taxes, and you start the show without me. I deserve better in my entitled biatch voice. That is exactly what that sounds like. You ain't missed much. We just getting started, child. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. Everyone, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Look who's in the building. Shout out to the Squeaky Kid. He must have saw his girl in the thumbnail and said, oh, I'm going to have to see what's going on. You know, that's your girl, Kendra G is up in here. We about to get to her in a little bit. But let's go ahead through and see what Mr. Beast is doing. And maybe we should compare it to Dr. Umar, but maybe we shouldn't, you know, because one is white and one is black. One white man, one black man. One white man helping Africa. One black man talking about helping America. Child, let's just see what's going on. Let me unmute it and take a listen.
Of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video. Oh crap!
You just witnessed a small village in Kenya get access to unlimited clean drinking water in less than a second.
One down, 99 more wells in Africa to go. You're gonna love this video.
Combined, these 100 wells are gonna give around 500,000 people fresh water to drink. And after building some more wells on this side of Kenya, we flew south to the school system of Nairiri. And let's just say they were really happy to see us.
How's it going? Not expecting this.
Thank you for the welcome. One of the teachers showed me where the students currently get their water, which is from this river. That's extremely unsafe to drink.
This is where your students used to get water from?
Yes.
This is crazy.
Yeah. You know, students complaining of diarrhea, infections like typhoid, because this is the water we've been using. So we try to treat, but you see, look at it, you know, but at the end of the day, life has to move on.
This is the first of 100 wells we're going to build in this video.
You have to get some water anyway.
This situation is obviously extremely sad. These children's lives are being limited and sometimes cut short from being forced to drink unsafe water. But at least for this village, we're going to put an end to it right now.
All right, here we go. Under control.
We built 20 more wells in Kenya, and just so you know how we built these first 29 wells, we used this giant drill to dig hundreds of feet into the ground, past the polluted sources and into an enormous aquifer of pure drinkable water. After that, we spent time installing pipes so that people all around Africa can access water from spigots like this one in Nairiri.
Let's see how it tastes. Like water. It took me about a minute to fill this 5-gallon drum. How much water can this provide a day?
3,600 gallons a day.
Not only will this well cover the 400 kids at this school, but literally the entire neighborhood and village around this school can use this well.
We say thank you for the water.
Oh, no problem. This thing can basically pump nonstop for 30 years.
You have to get.
Imagine saying thank you for the water, child. I'm saying that like this is where we are in 2023 going into 2024, and these people around here gotta, you know, have horrible water at this point in life, right? So I forgot to give the Shade Room credit for this. I'm glad to see that it now has 1.2 million likes. So then that means the views are even more to take a look at this. So I'm happy about that. But their caption reads, positive images. While Mr. Beast is truly a change maker, he traveled to Africa with the mission of building 100 water wells in order to provide people in villages with fresh and clean water. He built wells in Kenya, Somalia, Cameroon, and other countries throughout the continent. He also rebuilt a bridge, assisting a community divided for years by an unsafe bridge. Come together again. He says he is utilizing his massive platform to inspire others to help where they can and make a change. Shout out to him again. We're going to go through these comments in a second, but let me go ahead and finish the rest of the slides. Shout out to the Squeegee Kid in the building, and thank you so much for the support. He said, ready for Lieutenant Oreo hat madness. Hit the like button. I told you, he looking for his girl, Kendra Chicha. Looking for his girl. Shout out to Kevin Faulkner in the building. Thank you so much, hon. Appreciate your support. Thank you for being here. He says, great commentary, Michon. Water is a real game changer for 500,000 people in a country that produced a U.S. president. Invisible schools are pretty much worthless to everyone. Absolutely. Thank you so much, hon. Come on, Mr. Beast.
But literally the entire...
You would think that having an effect of this magnitude would require the resources and funding of a large government, but that's not true. Solving this problem is possible and something humanity should all be putting effort into fix. We're able to install a well for this village and these 12 other villages. And while we were finishing these wells, we were also able to update one of their schools with brand new computers.
How are they liking it?
They really like them.
Glad to see it turned out well.
And we also updated the classrooms with new furniture, installed shelves and filled them with new books, donated a soccer ball for every student, and even put modern whiteboards and projectors in all the classrooms.
It's the least we could do.
But then when we flew out to the site of the 45th well, we realized this community had it even harder. Every time they need to get water, they need to take a treacherous mile-long hike through the jungle. And that mile-long hike also happens to be on a giant mountain.
I wake up very early, about 4 o'clock, so that I can fetch water for this.
You would think that...
We are not safe fetching water here. That place is very slippery. Chances of getting an injury is very high.
So while we worked on their well, the community took me to see how they currently source their water.
You guys would have to make this trip how many times a day?
2 times.
2 times a day. Oh, wow. Not even sweating or anything. I got it.
And now, instead of spending hours a day for unsafe water, their new well is only 10 feet away from the school. So
they can just fill it up here now. I'm too tired.
And so we were on our way to the next village where we built our 46th well, but we ran into a little problem. We found out that this village is divided in half by this huge, dangerous river. It may not look like much now, but when the rainy season comes, the water comes up this high and literally swallows this bridge.
And why this bridge is such a big deal is the village is over there, the hospital and schools are over there, so they're crossing this bridge multiple times a day.
Despite how dangerous this bridge is, it's their only option.
The recent past, we have lost about 3 people people trying to cross this river.
This loss of life is insane.
We are not safe fetching water here.
And absolutely unacceptable. The moment we heard about this, we knew we had to help. And with some help from the locals, we finally finished a new bridge that this community can use for the next 100 years.
Lives have been saved. Families will come together. The worries will be gone.
I know it's weird that a YouTuber has to do all this stuff, but someone's got to do it. And if no one else is, we're going to do it. As you can tell, it really does change the lives of the communities where we build them.
And absolutely.
So again, shout out to Mr. Beast. Don't know that any many YouTubers will talk about that, but I most certainly will, because I think it was an awesome selfless thing that this man has done. For the second time that I've seen it, he's just doing these things just out of the kindness of his heart, trying to make a difference. So I'm proud of the Shade Room for actually posting it. I don't know if anyone else has, but what I'm going to say is, for those that talk about it, this proves, in my opinion, this is my 2 cents, that they full of shit, because I'm pretty sure that Mr. Beast didn't go around saying, hit the Cash App, so I can go and help the kids in Africa, the kids with the glasses. Actually, I think he gave them on a surgery, if I remember correctly, about a year and a half ago. He gave people who couldn't see surgery, and then they all could see and stuff like that. Instead of sitting around talking about, what other Black men should be doing when when they dealing with white women, while you got a school named after a man who was married to a daggone white woman, and all this other foolishness, bringing up racism, making everything racism when there's no damn racism, to excuse bad behavior just because someone is Black. No, I don't rock with stuff like that. And I think it's absolutely disgusting and ignorant. I don't care who it is. I say it all the time. We ain't never trying to look at no daggone things that we doing wrong, making everything freaking racist, which makes it like, okay, then racism doesn't exist, because half of that crap is not even racist. But we're going to get into some racism in a little bit, of course, y'all, okay? So let me read some of these comments first, and then we move on. Red Pill Awareness up in here. He says, making all the Black celebrities look like fools. What you think about this, Chocobars, whoever the hell that is? I don't even know if this really has anything to do with celebrities, but, I'll let him rock. This woman says, as an African, I swear I hate this image of Africa. We are more than poverty and starvation. I don't think that the point of this was poverty and starvation. Obviously, there is poverty and starvation there, and he came through and gave the water. So instead of just saying, we appreciate you and be thankful, you think that enough people are traveling to Africa to know that it isn't all like that. I know plenty of people now from Africa. I know that it's not necessarily like that, and I'm trying my best to get there by 2025. I'm going to Africa, which is something that I've never thought that I would say, to be perfectly honest with you. This one says, as an African, this is embarrassing. A YouTuber doing what our governments have refused to do. This commenter says, while your favorite rapper is making it rain on BBL bandits. This one says, Mr. Beast just ished on every single African celebrity, Akon, Burna, WizKid, French Montana, all them ninjas. Oh my. Somebody says, did he stop over at Flint, Michigan? So, well, obviously we know they've been having that problem forever, and I still don't understand how that's after like years, y'all. I swear the Flint situation, what is it, 8 years? It's been a long ass time. That's half damn crazy. This one says, I know people call him a clout chaser for recording everything, but the truth is he's helped a lot of people. He's using his platform for good and has changed lives. Thank you, sis, for seeing that, because the person that always talks about clout chasing, Krishan Rock, who puts everything on the daggone internet because she's the clout chaser, which is usually what gets this type of notoriety, I should say. Maybe not the 1.2 million. So that's why I'm like, thank God that this is actually being seen and on a blog for other people to see. And maybe they'll stop with this. Everything is effing racism, because the man is just doing it because the shit needs to be done. So how come we can't just go ahead and do the shit that needs to be done instead of sitting around always carrying on talking about what somebody else did and they didn't do it the way that you wanted them to? And then you're going to have the audacity and the nerve to talk about you're going to tell some daggone body when you have no stake in the game whatsoever. Anyway. Well, let me see. Tyrese is on here. My heart is so happy. I'm so overjoyed by these beautiful gestures. Bless your heart for doing this for our people. Shout out to everybody that has anything positive to say about this, and anybody that has anything negative to say. You can kiss all these cheeks, because good is good, and good is good, bad is bad, right is right, wrong is wrong. And while everybody out here trying to act like they don't know the difference and they all confused, you all can go to hell. Not y'all, but you know what I'm saying. People sitting up here defending criminals and then taking law-abiding citizens when they defend themselves to jail. All this foolishness that's going on here. Anyway, y'all. So shout out again to Mr. Beast. I wanted to make sure that I brought that to y'all. Okay.
We do not care